Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Bush. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll try the right side with Bush. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Here's Brooks to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Brooks now operating from the gun. He wants it all for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch that in, tight end. Even. 4 down. Even.
Throwing, Vic. Steps away to his left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Get in the weight room.
Gurley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Say. Go.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Yeah.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
Here we go. 55. Mike, 54. I'm coming. Go. Mike 5-4. 3 buzz.
On 3rd down, Vic. Now Vic stripped. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here's Williams to return. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Ready. 60 outlaws. Check. Block 54. Okay. Yeah. Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Check 3.
On 2nd down, it's Bush. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. Now Brooks, from the gun, he'll throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A good pick up there of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On the run, it's Bush. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
Check pass. Check pass.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides.
I'm going to run you over. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Bush on the taunt. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Set, hut, on the bench. 58, come on. On the ball. Whip. 56, pull it, kill.
On first down, they stick with Bush. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Here we go. Set. Let's go, D.
On second down, Williams. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
You don't want no problems with me.
It's third down.
Good. Let's go. 58, right there. Hey, let's get that home.
From the gun, Brooks. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Spinning away. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage.
He's got daylight. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Bush. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Brings up second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Fuller. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Falcons 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 76 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one.
Now Brooks to throw.
Looking to throw on second down. Going right side here, and that's complete. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down. Brooks off the play fake. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Fuller, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 30 big ones.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be from 56 yards out. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On second down, it's Pollard. They find some open field here. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Tony Pollard, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired, too. And just as you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They give to Bush going right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
58, Mike. Watch the curve, watch the curve.
Here's Brooks to throw on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch twitch. Check safety, check safety.
Brooks now operating from the gun. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Here we go, here we go. 56. 56.
On third down, it's Pollard. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. They'll run for it with Pollard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On first down, Bush. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. Again, this is Bush. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. 6.
They'll hand it off to Bush. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Now, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Let's go!
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. First down, and it's Pollard again. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You're not ready. Check 26, check 26. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now Gurley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's put that team on the clock.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. There he goes left side. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tony Pollard His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
All day, every day, any day. Yeah.
2nd and 1. He's going to air one out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a gain of 34.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Bush. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll keep it in the hands of Bush. Uses the spin. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints have retaken the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Right at 6. Mike, 56, right there, right? Go. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Gurley. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Now it's Gurley. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Tackle made right at midfield. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run. It's Gurley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 2nd down now, Pollard. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll run it with Bush. And an alley to run. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Falcons, they move back over 500 now at 4-3, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.